can be comfortable knowing we continue to invest on existing solutions while delivering new analytics capabilities as SaaS on BusinessObjects Cloud. Just to share with you a couple of important updates. We are continuing to innovate with Lumira Server for BI platform and Lumira Desktop. One important thing to highlight here is we are planning to converge Lumira and Design Studio to enable IT and business to work together and deliver the strength of each product in the other, right? We are also continuing to invest and innovate on the Lumira user experience. Similarly, we are looking at enhancing the user experience of the platform. So these are the couple of things which I wanted to highlight in terms of the investments we plan to make on our on-premise deployment. So a quick recap of Lumira. As we speak today, Lumira is supported on all device types from desktop to mobile. You can acquire, prepare, and build stories using Lumira Desktop. On browser, you can create new visualization, discover the data, and create stories as well. And on the mobile device, you can consume the Lumira stories available on the BI platform even while you are on the go. With Lumira, we do support multiple deployment options depending on the size and the use case. So we do have a Lumira Desktop for individual analysis. We do have Lumira Server for Teams, which is a lightweight standalone installation meant for SMEs and departments to have a platform where the users can share the stories and collaborate. And for an enterprise deployment, we do have SAP Lumira Server for BI platform, which is an add-on on top of the existing BI platform deployment, which can be installed and managed by IT to deliver enterprise self-service BI. Here, I would just like to highlight, earlier we had Lumira Cloud and Lumira Server for HANA. Both of these are reaching end of mainstream maintenance planned by September 2016. So any one of you who are using Lumira Server for HANA, we do recommend to move forward with SAP Lumira Server for BI platform. And the ones who are using Lumira Cloud, the recommendation is to start considering to use BusinessObjects Cloud. Okay. So customers want both agility for business users and the ability to scale BI strategically across organizations. While traditional BI has proven critical in delivering enterprise-wide BI with BusinessObjects BI platform, the demand for information has grown so much that end users want agility to innovate with data. Data discovery has come a long way to filling the need for end users' requirement on agility to innovate data, but it's not a real solution as this ends up in creating silos of information. What is required is agility with the enterprise scale BI, what we call as enterprise self-service BI, which we deliver as part of Lumira Server on BI platform, making use of the scale and trust of the BI platform and delivering agility for business users to innovate with data using the Lumira capabilities on top of this enterprise BI platform. So with this overview, let me quickly move over to what's new innovations we are delivering as part of 1.31. To start with, as part of this release, we are delivering support for visualizing HANA views from browser, that is the BI Launchpad. With this, you can now, from the BI Launchpad, connect to the HANA server, select the HANA views which are available and start visualizing these views using the visualization capabilities we have in Lumira and create a story and start collaborating. All this with 1.31 release, you can do it in Launchpad. So Until now, until 1.30 release for this use case, we did have a dependency on Lumira desktop, where you had to create a connection in Lumira desktop and publish it to the BI platform. And in the Launchpad, then end users could start visualizing these views. So with this release, we are with the ability to visualize HANA online views right in the Launchpad. We are removing the dependency we had so far on the Lumira desktop and making sure end users can start discovering data, innovating data by connecting to SAP HANA in an online mode and start analyzing right within the Launchpad. The other important enhancement we are bringing in as part of 1.31 release is extending the support for deploying Lumira Server for BI platform on additional platforms. So we had feedback from customers so far that the restrictions we have on installing Lumira Server for BI platform on Windows only and deploying web application on Tomcat is actually increasing their total cost of ownership, because they have to maintain the heterogeneous deployment and run Windows operating system if their BI platform is deployed on Linux just to run Lumira Server. So we, as part of 1.30, we started supporting SUSE 12 for a Linux support, and we are extending that as part of 1.31 release by supporting SUSE 11.3, and also we are now started supporting with 1.31 Red Hat Linux 6.7 and 7.0. Similarly, we are also extending the support for deploying Lumira applications on the additional web application server. So as part of 1.31 release, we are extending support for deploying Lumira applications on WebSphere and WebLogic application servers running on AIX and Solaris operating systems respectively, and also on any supported Linux operating systems. As part of this release, we have also added support for deploying Lumira web applications on JBoss application server. So with this, we do cover most of the deployment platforms of the BI platform, ranging from Windows to Linux, and additionally with respect to web application servers, or the mostly used web application servers on the different operating systems. With respect to enterprise readiness, another important feature what we are delivered as part of 1.31 is support for configuring Lumira to work on top of your on-premise H3 deployment. So until 1.31, there was dependency on the Archiv's public server to make use of the H3 map which was shipped along with the Lumira application, the H3 base maps. So now you can reconfigure from Archiv's public cloud to your on-premise deployment, and Lumira would make use of your on-premise H3 server to render those H3 visualizations. One important thing to highlight here is the functional parity of on-premise H3 deployment configuration is at par with the functionalities we supported so far with Archiv's public server. So in addition to extending the platform support and providing the ability to make use of, configure and make use of your existing on-premise H3 deployment, as part of 1.31, we are enhancing the support for consuming the Lumira stories on mobile BI applications. So mobile BI is one mobile application on which we mobilize all the analytic content. So as part of this release, we are enabling working with Lumira stories on a mobile BI application in an offline mode. So until now, from 1.29 onwards, we did support consuming these Lumira stories on mobile device but these stories were rendered in HTML format, and you had to be connected to the BI platform to view these stories and interact with them. So with 1.30, when you are connected to the BI platform, you can download the Lumira stories onto your mobile device, and you can work on those stories. You can visualize, interact, and also perform some analysis capabilities like filtering and drill down even when you are offline. With this offline support, we are also delivering native rendering of visualizations as part of 1.31 on a mobile device with support for native gestures on the mobile device. So we are enabling the capabilities from the server side on Lumira server for BI platform with 1.31. To utilize this on the mobile BI application, you need to be on mobile BI 6.4 release, which is planned to be released in a couple of weeks time from now. And this offline Lumira story support on mobile BI application is planned to be available only on iOS tablets for the first release, that's iPads. We do plan to extend it for other operating systems and devices in the later release. So with this, let me just show you a quick demo of the HANA online visualization within the Launchpad. So as you can see here on my screen, I'm logging into BI Launchpad. As soon as I log into BI Launchpad, with the introduction of this new capability, you would see Lumira applications under Applications tab in the BI Launchpad. When I click on Lumira applications, I can connect to underlying HANA server. So here the application starts listing all the OLAP connections what I have created in CMC connecting to HANA server. So when I select one of these connections, depending on the configuration, if the connection is configured to do SSO, the application would straight away do SSO to HANA server and avoid asking credentials. Otherwise, end user would be asked for credentials to authenticate. Once the user is authenticated, the application would list the HANA views available on this HANA server. The end user can select the HANA views. Then the Object Explorer window would list all the measures and dimensions available. End users can interact with it to select the dimensions and measures, and also filter the values they want to analyze right here for any dimension or a measure. Once the user is done with the selection, he can click on Create. So as soon as end user hits on Create, the application takes you to visualization room. So in this visualization room, now the end users can start discovering the data by making use of the analysis capabilities we have in the visualization. Create new visualization. Once they are done with creating these new visualization by accessing the HANA views in an online mode, they can put together as a story and save it to the BI platform and collaborate with other users. So as I mentioned earlier, with this end-to-end capability to visualize HANA views on the Launchpad, we have removed dependency on the desktop for this particular use case of analyzing HANA views with 1.31. And of course, we do plan to bring in more capabilities and add support for other data sources as part of future release. So with this, let me just move on to the future direction. So before I get into the details of future direction, let me just spend a couple of minutes on the feedback we have received from customers on Lumira and on-premise analytics solutions. So the feedback we have received so far, I categorize them into three areas. One is on the user experience. So we have heard a lot of feedback from customers on improving the end user experience for Lumira, that is enhancing the filter and input control experience, simplifying and extending the visualization experience within the tool. The other category I would call as the concerns on overlap and gaps in the tool. We have heard from customers the concerns that Lumira doesn't yet support BW Online, while Design Studio does support it. Lumira supports offline dashboards and stories, but Design Studio is online only. And we have also heard from customers on a need to have one product delivering to analysis and dashboarding requirements. The other category, what we have heard is to provide a viable alternative for the tools under maintenance, like analysis for OLAP, Explorer, and Excelsior. So to be able to deliver to these feedback, we are working on converging Lumira and Design Studio into one product called as SAP BusinessObjects Lumira under one umbrella, which we announced at Sapphire. With this, we would be delivering sent of each of these products to another, and we do plan to enable additional use cases with this, which wasn't possible earlier. And this would just mean with Lumira, we would continue to deliver the capabilities for trusted visual data discovery and storytelling, along with the ability to develop applications, which was the capability of the former Design Studio. So as we are talking about converging Lumira and Design Studio, just want to highlight we are planning to deliver these two components or tools on a common technology platform. That's what we mean by convergence. At the same point of time, we understand from customers that they have a need for two use cases for two different personas. With this convergence, we do plan to deliver one product with two clients for data discovery for business users and analysts, and a tool for professional dashboard application building for the professional designers based on the common technology stack. So here on the screen, I would just like to highlight, as part of SAP BusinessObjects Lumira product, we would have two clients called as Designer, delivering to professional designers to develop professional dashboard applications, and Discovery, meant for business users and analysts to discover the data. So these are going to address the use cases which have been addressed by Design Studio and Lumira respectively as we speak today. And with this, we would be looking at delivering interoperability between the contents created by one of these client tools to enable business and IT to work together. So to summarize, though we are converging technically, but we would still continue to respect two use cases and personas by delivering two clients specifically for these different use cases and personas to deliver the content and discover the data as per their needs. So these changes would definitely, planned changes would definitely raise a concern on your existing investments. So let us assure you, while doing this, we would take care of respecting your existing investments on both the products, Lumira and Design Studio, while we are working on combining the strengths of Lumira and Design Studio into one product and deliver interoperability between these client tools, and we plan to deliver revamped user experience for Lumira. We would respect your existing investment by providing a conversion of the contents which you have created either using Lumira or Design Studio in 1.x to the new format. And also we would respect your existing investment on building the extensions to extend the capabilities of Lumira or Design Studio or with the new release, new Converge release, where you can still continue to use the extensions either for Lumira or Design Studio, whatever you have built earlier in Discovery and Designer clients respectively. And to provide you sufficient time to plan your upgrade, we would continue to maintain Lumira 1.x and Design Studio 1.x launches by delivering patches to deliver fixes for the issues what you may encounter until end of 2017. And this convergence doesn't impact your license entitlement. So even with the convergence, you would be able to use the capabilities of these projects depending on your license entitlement, what you have as of today. Here is the high-level overview of the plant architecture and the component model, just to give you an overview of how these things get together in the Converge product. So here we do plan to combine the Design Studio and Lumira runtime together into one add-on on the BI platform, with which we would be delivering support for offline data analysis within Design Studio and online connectivity to BW and HANA in Lumira. With this, we are also looking at reducing the total cost of ownership for our customers of maintaining two add-ons on the BI platform as we speak today. So it's going to be one add-on delivering to running the output of both discovery and designers on the launchpad. So let me now quickly summarize how are we planning to benefit from this convergence as a customer. So as part of the Converge product, as I mentioned, we do plan to deliver enhanced user experience. So we are planning to modernize the user experience for Lumira. So we have had a lot of feedback from customers on the confusion multiple rooms create today for their end users and the rework it introduces. So as part of the Converge product, we are looking at delivering one document model where we are moving away from multiple room concepts, and end users can discover the data and extend it to stories and customize the visualization using the contextual actions which are delivered based on the context end users are in. And with this, we are also looking at removing a lot of additional pains we had around the applications today and have a clean canvas available for end user to continue with discovering the data and putting together it as a story and collaborating with other users within their context. The other feedback which we had on the user experience is on the visualization. So we are simplifying and extending the visualization capability of Lumira. The important things we are looking at is to reduce the number of visualizations we have for the same chart family and enable end users to extend these visualizations to others during the process of data discovery with the properties. For example, we are planning to reduce the number of bar charts we have today to one chart family and provide users a capability to move from a basic bar chart to dual axis bar chart using the properties right within the visualization rather than starting with the dual axis chart from the beginning. We have had a lot of feedback on filters and input controls. So as part of the Converge product, we are looking at enhancing the functional capabilities of filter and delivering more controls and more flexibility to customize the input controls to go with the story theme. And while doing this, we are trying to make sure we follow the Fiori-like look and feel. So when you integrate or embed these Lumira stories into your Fiori application, it doesn't look drastically different. And with combining the strengths of Lumira and Design Studio as part of the Converge release, we are looking at delivering BW online analysis capability in Lumira. So today, this capability is available in Design Studio as a generic or ad hoc analysis template. So we would be extending this capability within Lumira by delivering the BW online analysis within the user experience what we have in Lumira today. And we are also looking at enhancing the HANA online connectivity with this by making use of the HTTP connector connectivity what we have in Design Studio today. With this, we do plan to extend support for more HANA elements within Lumira which are restricted today. And with respect to Design Studio, we do plan to provide support for creating the professional dashboard application using the data acquired in Lumira. So delivering a capability for a designer to create applications using acquired or offline data which was prepared in Lumira. And as I mentioned earlier, this would also mean we would be delivering a capability to extend the stories created in Lumira using the Design Studio, that is a designer client. So with this, we would be enabling use cases where the business users can do a quick prototyping using Lumira, and the professional designers can operationalize those dashboards, and vice versa. The business users can start looking at the operationalized dashboard, and using the capabilities of the Converge product, they can personalize it, the dashboard for their use, and save it as a personal document. As I highlighted in the previous slide, we would be looking at delivering one add-on with the Converge product instead of two what we have today. So this would definitely mean in reducing the total cost of ownership of deploying, upgrading, and monitoring two different add-ons on the BI platform. So it's just going to be one add-on which you need to manage to enable the use cases which are delivered today with two add-ons. And with making use of the best of the support for online analysis in Design Studio and the data acquisition and preparation in Lumira for universe and third-party OLTP sources, we would be delivering seamless support as best support for both Design Studio and Lumira for the SAP data sources. And with one add-on, we would be looking at extending support for the BI platform services like scheduling, lifecycle management, which are available in Lumira today, even for the Design Studio contents going forward with the Converge release. And because we have one product, Converge product, on the same technology stack, this would also mean that we would enable reuse of the contents which are already created, which I already highlighted, with extending and personalization use cases. This would also mean going forward we would be looking at delivering capability to develop extensions one and make use of it irrespective of data discovery use case or the professional application development use case. So as most of you would be aware, we have been working on consolidating the client portfolio based on the feedback we have received from our customers. So we have come a long way with our Converge client portfolio with the convergence of Lumira and Design Studio into one product. We would be further simplifying the analytics client portfolio from SAP. So with this, we would end up with three products in the BusinessObjects Lumira, delivering to the data discovery and professional application design capabilities with discovery and designer client tools within one product, and analysis of it for analyzing BW and HANA contents in an online mode within the Office environment, as well as EPM add-in, and for reporting, Crystal reports, and web intelligence. So as I mentioned, as part of the Converge product, we would have deep integration between the discovery and designer workflows. Having said that, we will also be looking at making sure we do have an interoperability with the other products within the client portfolio, like Analysis Office and Web Intelligence going forward. And all these running on the common BI platform services, so we will be taking advantage of the services delivered by the BI platform and extend these capabilities into these products. So with this, the next question would be on when are we planning to deliver this Converge product. So we are planning to deliver the Converge product as part of, we plan to do an RTC in Q4 2016, followed by general availability in Q1 2017. And as I mentioned earlier, until then, we would be maintaining Lumira 1.x and Design Studio 1.x9 with the patch releases to deliver fixes for the issues you will find until end of 2017. So here are a couple of important links which provides more details about Lumira and Design Studio. And with this, I come to the end of the presentation. So before we get into the Q&A, I would like to share the new user experience what we are planning for Lumira as part of the Converge product. So as you can see here, here is the home screen for Lumira. Here in this case, I click on SAP BW to connect to underlying SAP BW source. So when I see the different info providers and cubes available for my analysis, I can search for a particular query which I want to analyze. I select the query, click on next. I provide the variable, value for the variables, click on OK and start visualizing. So as you can see here on the screen, unlike Lumira 1.x where we had prepare, visualize and compose room, we just have one canvas here. So as an end user, to start discovering the data, what I can do is I can click on insert chart. I select the bar chart here, click on insert. I drag and drop dimensions and measures to start analyzing and discovering the data. So here my visualization is created. To continue with my analysis, further drill down and discover the data, I can filter, drill, sort. So in this case, I would like to apply a rank. So I just click on the ranking icon, apply the rank, click OK. So my visualization gets updated with top 10 values. And as you observe, we are delivering all these analysis capabilities like filter, sort, and ranking within the context of a visualization. And now, I added few more visualization, a bar chart and a bubble chart. So my story is ready. I can enhance this story by going to Design tab, by adding a background image, by providing the color and everything. And in the meantime, I can also continue my analysis by adding filter to have a view of a particular city. So here I make a selection of city and as you can see here, the filter scope is set to current page. You can also change it to all pages so that it gets applied to the entire story. So when I click on OK, filter is applied here. And I can actually convert this filter directly into an input control. So as part of the Converge product with the new user experience, what we are looking at is delivering controls on top of filters to supply values for your filters rather than having a completely different workflow to create an input control. So now as an end user, I can start interacting with this input control to select the values based on which the entire page would be filtered on. So this is a sneak preview of the new user experience what we are working on for the release of the Converge product, which I wanted to share with you.
She's asking what will be the final name of the product. Do you know that, Ramu?
The name of the product would be SAP BusinessObjects Lumira. As I mentioned, both Lumira and Design Studio would be rolled under the one product, SAP BusinessObjects Lumira. So we would have two clients. So these clients are going to be referred to as Designer and Discovery, respectively, for a current Design Studio and Lumira.
Any changes for sizing limitations of cells of data sets between 1.30 and 1.31?
So we are working on delivering the updated sizing recommendation for as part of 1.31. So we are looking at updating the sizing guide with the sizing recommendation for HANA online connectivity, and also update for the offline connectivity with the enhancements we have done as part of 1.31, and we would continue to do the same for the 2.x release later. We are expecting to have updated sizing guide for 1.31 sometime during the 3rd or 4th week of July.
When is the new 2.x version of the combine expected to be released?
So the Converge product is planned to be RTC'd on Q4 2016, followed by GA during Q1 2017.
Any news on geo-functionality and commentary?
Okay, so yes, we do plan to enhance a couple of geo capabilities as well as make use of the platform services like commentary for both discovery and designer use cases. That's Lumira and Design Studio as we speak today. That's definitely planned for the Converge product in the future releases.
Licensing and user interface, if they have like Design Studio license, what is the functionality for business users for basically viewing, interacting with dashboards and that type of information?
As I highlighted during my presentation, this convergence of these two tools doesn't change anything with respect to your license entitlement. So if you have a Design Studio license, you would be able to continue to use the capabilities of Design Studio to build applications and deliver it for your end users to consume on the launchpad. So you can you would have a parity with the use cases which you can achieve today. Nothing is going to change.
What is the way to access advanced DSO and BW? Is that supported in 3.1.31?
So as part of BW connectivity, we do support acquiring the data from BW and Lumira today, and we support info providers and text queries only.
Is it possible to combine Excel data with HANA View connected?
Yes, it is possible as long as you connect to HANA View in an offline mode and acquire the data from HANA View. It's not possible to blend or merge the data from Excel with the HANA View when you are connected to HANA in an online mode.
Can we share a Lumira story via iframe in a website if we don't have server?
You need to have a server on which you can create an open document link which can be embedded into Hyperlink.
Can you provide any details for the conversion process for Lumira or Design Studio 1.x docs to 2.x, to Lumira 2.x?
Yeah, so the Lumira content are planned to be automatically converted to the new format, whereas for Design Studio, we do plan to have a compatibility mode with which your existing Design Studio application would continue to run on 2.x. And in case you want to make use of the 2.0 features delivered for the designer, you can extend your existing story and save it in a new format, existing application and save it in a new format.
opendoc, how can we handle logon?
So it depends on the configuration on your BI platform. So if you have configured SSO, even open document link can make use of SSO. Otherwise, user would be prompt for credentials.
Does it involve more effort to migrate from BusinessObjects 4.1 Service Pack 5 to Service Pack 6 on the server side?
It's just an upgrade. What is needed to move from SP5 to SP6. There is no migration required here.
Is it possible to link on the Lumira storyboard to another story or to another Webby report?
Yes, so within Lumira you can make use of the hyperlinking capabilities we have for the text labels and make use of the open document link for other Webby document or a Lumira document and provide it as a URL for the hyperlink. So that will help with opening up the other Webby document or the Lumira document from within a Lumira document.
if I migrate to 4.2 Service Pack 2, can I expect compatibility for Lumira 2.x?
Yes, so for Lumira 2.x, we plan to support with the BI platform baseline of BI 4.1 SP07 onwards and BI 4.2 SP02 onwards.
CW asked for, I guess, roadmap question. Can we expect any future or new features before the 2.0 release?
So after 1.31, 2.0 is going to be our next release. So until then, as I mentioned, we will be delivering patches on 1.31 or Design Studio 1.6 just to deliver fixes for the issues. So the new features would be delivered after 1.31 as part of 2.0 release.
What is the planned date for 2.0 GA?
Yeah, it's Q1 2017, tentatively.